You and your coworkers should really attend the Mitigating Gender and Racial Bias, Intersectionality, Allyship training because participants from across all youth serving sectors really get a chance to just learn and dig deep into these foundational principles on being inclusive and expansive and culturally responsive. And then also, the training provides just knowledge and skill building. Techniques to really promote healthy youth development, empathy, and allyship for all youth. Again, I just want to make sure that I stress that. And then the training through the presentations and current trends and research and statistics and different research really keeps you relevant and up to date on evidence-based modalities. And the subject matters are a variety of perspectives and modalities that really support any youth serving organization, whether in education, behavioral health, juvenile justice, drug and alcohol service providers, public health, child welfare, and even community-based services. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this training.
So, like Victoria said, there's a lot of knowledge, there's a lot of shared experiences, there are a lot of different ways that the mitigating gender and racial bias, intersectionality, and allyship can benefit all of us. I have to stress, we have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to learn and educate ourselves. That's our responsibility because we are planting seeds for their future, for our young people. And if it's not us, then who?
Yeah, Doreen, that's beautiful because it really speaks to the heart of this training that really allows really just participants to dig deep and to really examine for them any biases or barriers that prevent them from being responsible with how they treat people, how they treat these youth that they come in contact with, which is why I really appreciate that this training provides a space, Doreen, for them to do that. That's safe, that's supportive, that's non-judgmental, allowing them to speak their truth and then to be challenged and to explore perhaps what's underneath some of their biases. And for me, that's the heart of this training is that it allows participants to look inward but in a safe and supportive, non-judgmental, relational space.
This training is very personal for me on a lot of levels. Uh, I came out as a lesbian in 1989 during a time when there was a lot of fear about coming out to my family, coming out to my church, coming out to my employer, coming out to my career, and what kind of impact that would have. Before I figured out my sexuality, I had a lot of self-destructive behaviors because I thought I was broken. I thought that there was something wrong with me. So on a lot of levels, I can just imagine the kind of experiences our young people are going through. And by the good grace of whomever, I had some supportive adults that were there for me, regardless. And it wasn't always my family. And they supported me and embraced me, and they were there for me while I was trying to figure out who I was. So if each one of us can support one youth who's going through some of those challenges, that's all it's going to take.
I just think it's important to acknowledge a person's race, a person's, just their culture, ethnicity. It's super important. I am a mother of two black male and female, and so to have these trainings to be able to really discuss the disparities that are there amongst different ethnicities and races, it's important to me. It's the heart of what I do. It represents who I am just as a woman of color, and the intersectionalities that I also engage in. And I want others to be able to have that same platform to be honest and to tell their truth, whether they support something that speaks to a Black Lives Matter or just non-Black Lives Matter or whatever. I want them to be able to have this space to have an honest, genuine, healthy conversation and being able to explore the research, the data, the statistics around the disparities when it comes to LGBTQIA plus youth, and youth of color, and how these unfair practices are in place in certain settings, organizations, and communities, and just to have that discussion and to build those skills that avoids re-traumatizing, that avoids shaming and promoting violence amongst any person, regardless of their race, their ethnicity, their gender, any learning disabilities that they might have, to really restore humanity and connections, and support and safety and empathy just for people, period.
I highly encourage you to visit the One Circle Foundation website. Not only is information about the mitigating gender racial bias, intersectionality, allyship training on our website, but there are an amazing amount of resources for you to utilize. There are some amazing videos and tutorials on how to do virtual circles online. There's some free curricula that has been adapted for online use, but it's an amazing resource for anyone, whether you attend our trainings or not. It's an amazing website that has some amazing free resources to help you connect to our young people. So please take advantage of this opportunity.
And I would like to thank you and look forward to working with you soon and sharing this space with you and working together to become more connected and showing up in the world and being a safe, supportive adult and place for these youth.